Good afternoon, all. It is my pleasure to welcome you all for this insightful workshop organized by the Entrepreneurship Cell. Today, we gather to explore the theme Navigating Innovation and Opportunities in Sciences, a topic that holds immense significance in today's dynamic scientific and technological landscape. This workshop is designed to provide valuable insights into the emerging innovations, career prospects, and entrepreneurship opportunities in the field of science. We are honored to have a distinguished speaker amongst us today. To begin this session on an auspicious note, let us invoke God's blessing with a prayer song. I request the choir team to take over.
ತನುಮನವಾರ್ಪಿಸುವೆ ದೇವಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನೀ ಹರಸು ದೇವಾ ತನುಮನವಾರ್ಪಿಸುವೆ ದೇವಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನೀ ಹರಸೋ ದೇವಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ದಾನ ಸೂತ್ರ ನೀನೆ ದೇವಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ದಾನ ಸೂತ್ರ ನೀನೆ ದೇವಾ ತನುಮನವ ಅರ್ಪಿಸುವೆ ದೇವಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನೀ ಹರಸೋ ದೇವಾ ತಾಯಿ ಗರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವರೂಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಗರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ನಿಟ್ಟೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ನೀನು ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕೊಡುಗೆ ದೇವಾ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗವೆಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರೇಮ ದೇವಾ ನನ್ನದಾಗಿ ನನ್ನದೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ವವೂ ನೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ದಾನ ನನ್ನದಾಗಿ ನನ್ನದೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ವವೂ ನೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ದಾನ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೃಪೆಯು ಸಾಕು ಹರಸು ಪ್ರಭು ದೇವಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೃಪೆಯು ಸಾಕು ಹರಸು ಪ್ರಭು ದೇವಾ ತನುಮನವ ಅರ್ಪಿಸುವೆ ದೇವಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನೀ ಹರಸೋ ದೇವಾ ತನುಮನವ ಅರ್ಪಿಸುವೆ ದೇವಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನೀ ಹರಸೋ ದೇವಾ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿ ನೀ ಹರಸೋ ದೇವಾ
Thank you, team, for that soulful prayer. Now I request the dignitaries to occupy the seats on the dais. To officially commence the proceedings, I invite Ms. Jovita Carol Soons, Assistant Professor from the Department of Food Science, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is with great enthusiasm that I welcome you all to this workshop on navigating innovation and opportunities in sciences, organized by the Entrepreneurship Cell, St. Aloysius, deemed to be University. This workshop is valuable platform designed to bridge the gap between scientific knowledge and real world applications, preparing students and professionals to harness the power of innovation in today's rapidly evolving landscape. Today, we are privileged to have with us Mr. Bharath AP, our esteemed speaker for the day. As a dedicated researcher at CFTRI, he has contributed significantly to food processing, functional foods, and product development. His expertise in research, academia, and industry will certainly provide us with the invaluable perspectives on innovation, scientific advancements, and career pathways in the field of sciences. I also extend my heartfelt welcome to Dr. Ishwar, Director of Xavier Block, for his continued support and guidance in fostering an environment of academic excellence. A warm welcome to all the faculty members and students who have joined us today. I encourage each one of you to actively participate, engage in discussions, and absorb the knowledge shared today. I once again welcome you all to this workshop.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving forward, it's an honor to invite Dr. Ishwar Bhatt, the director of Xavier Block, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. I'm very much delighted to take part in this special interactive session program organized by the Entrepreneurship Cell Institutions Innovation Council through Entrepreneurship Cell organizes this program, a special program, Navigation, Innovation and Opportunities in Sciences. So navigation, innovation, that is very, very important. You're all very dynamic young students of science with highly molded mind towards research and innovations. This research and innovation is one of the very important area now we are expecting from the youngsters, especially from science students. Navigating innovation. So creative mind is very, very important. Navigation cannot happen without having creative mind. That's very, very important. You have to mend your mind. You have to mend your thinking with the knowledge what you got in your day-to-day life. Through that, you will be able to navigate very positively. Innovations. Innovation will lead for a very good research work, and you will be able to be a good entrepreneur, and you will be able to give job opportunities for many youngsters. Okay, this should happen. Then automatically the state will improve, the nation will improve. That is the main aim before us in organizing programs of this kind. Already you are all highly privileged set of students because nowadays you are getting lot many information. Data is before you. Just click a mouse, you will be able to get lot of information, YouTube videos, success stories of many people who got into the entrepreneurship field, those who done away with the research and innovations, you will get. But this type of organization, this type of interaction session from a resource person, today amongst us, Mr. Bharath AP, an entrepreneur who has succeeded in life, proud alumnus of this college. He is with us. He is from CFTRI, one of the very good organizations where he is working. He is a real resource person who can stimulate. He can give high degree of motivation to you people. So this is a very auspicious occasion and a very good program organized by the Entrepreneurship Cell here today. Today is a very special day, International Women's Day. Okay, I find many girl students here apart from boys as well. So what is the slogan of International Women's Day? The slogan is inspire, empower, and succeed. This is the slogan that you need to tell today. And this program coinciding with that actually motivates you so that you will be able to attain success in your life. You can be a real entrepreneur. You can give guidance to many youngsters who will come in your way. And you can start your own startups. Saint Aloysius College is one big college. You are all privileged because you got seat here, and this college is providing what not, everything. Only thing is you should have the attitude so as to pick things. Everything is provided here. If you want to become an entrepreneur, okay, fine. If you want to become any special area, selected area, support is there through various programs. You know, I need not tell, various leagues, cultural activities, science activities, lecture workshops, many workshops of this kind. Everything is supported. Only thing is you have to pick and you have to grow. That is the very intention. So research should be part and parcel of your life. There is no substitution for this. We can't replace research and innovative mind. Being youngsters, you need to develop this. And I wish this program to really motivate all of you. And I really appreciate the entrepreneurship cell and the organizers for organizing such a beautiful program today. And I find many students here, all is full. That shows the interest with which you are taking part. I really, really wish all the best and every success. And this interaction session with the Bharath AP sir will give you lot of inputs, I suppose, and take away this and just try to enhance your knowledge, get yourself stimulated, get motivation so that you'll able to do something, some wonderful thing in your life. With this wish, I would like to conclude. Thank you. Uh, Good luck. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the dignitaries to occupy your seats on among the audience. It is with great pleasure I introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Mr. Bharath AP. He is a dedicated researcher currently pursuing his PhD in food technology at CSIR CFTRI under the ACSIR University. With an extensive academic background, he holds Masters in Food Science and Technology and Bachelors in Food Science Nutrition, Biochemistry, and Zoology. Mr. Bharath brings a wealth of experience in research, academia, and industry. As a research project associate at CFTRI, he is currently working on a coconut development board funded project contributing to advancements in food processing and technology. His past experience includes serving as an assistant professor at the Department of Food Processing and Engineering at JSS College, Mysore, and working as a production quality supervisor at Vidya Instant Coffee. His research contributions have been recognized at several national and international conferences, particularly in areas like functional foods, product development, and food safety. We are truly honored to have him here today to share his knowledge and insights on innovations and opportunities in science. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bharath AP.
Good afternoon, everyone. I can see many sleepy faces, the weather and the tiring classes, right? So, yeah, once again, happy Women's Day to all the ladies. Here, as sir told, I can see most of the girls over here. I am Mr. Bharath AP. Currently, I am pursuing my doctoral research in Central Food Technological Research Institute, Mysuru. I finished my post-graduation in Food Science and Technology in 2020, followed by that was just miss COVID batch. Then I got a chance to work in a industry which manufactures instant coffees. Then later I got a chance to work as a assistant professor in JSS College. I worked there for 1.5 years. Then I had a great interest in research since college, but I was not getting proper opportunities. So after 2.5 years, I got an opportunity to join a research institute. There I joined as a research associate initially. Then I worked there for 2 years. Then from past 8 months, I have started my doctoral research in the same institute. I thank the college faculties and the entrepreneurship cell for inviting me for this lecture. The title itself says navigating innovations and opportunities in science. Compared to the number of students who wants to pursue degree in engineering, science is quite less, I feel. Most of people have a misconception that there is no proper opportunities in science and most of them are going to engineering, but there is a huge opportunities and various opportunities, but it's not coming into the picture. Even recently the union budget kept almost 55,000 crores for the science and technological development. And last year, just for the food and technology development, they spent almost 10 crores. But out of that, only 3 crores with 10,000 crores, only 3,000 crores was utilized by the citizens. The rest 7,000 crores went back to the government. That's where the opportunities are being lost. That especially for the entrepreneurs, there is a huge facilities and schemes, financial support, technical support, all kinds of support that you require to set up and run the industry is being provided by the government as well. And of course, The college education will also provide all the basic knowledge that is required to plan or set up or to carry out any entrepreneurship activities. Even when I was in my second year of masters, there was a 7-day program organized on entrepreneurship. I also was a part of that. I got a very good exposure to the bank schemes and the regulatory compliances to set up any industry with the government subsidies and everything. Okay, so you can see the budget allocation by the central government for the development of science and technology to implement in the entrepreneurship. Even though it's in the 10th position, considering all the importance of the country, the defense, welfare, health, everything, still we are the support for the scientific development is around 55,000 crores. And among India, there are 5 to 6 premier institutes which carry out the science and technological activities or innovation activities. Among that, major is DST, Department of Science and Technology, under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Then we have DBT, Department of Biotechnology, and the CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. My organization comes under CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. The place where I work, they basically do R&D work to develop new food products and then transfer the technology to the entrepreneurs or the industries for the commercialization. As it's a government institute, they cannot directly commercialize the product, so they will develop the best products to the customers and that will be delivered to them through industries. In the current market, if you go to any small provision store also, out of 50-60 food products, at least 20 are the technologies developed by CFTRA. It is a 75 years old organization. It was set way back in 1949 and completed in 1950. Since then, they're innovating new food products. Even in your daily life, you'll be coming across many products which are developed by CFTRA. Most of you might have prepared and eaten MTR Gulab Jamun mix. That's one of the technology, and all the milk powders which are currently available in the market. The initiation was done by CFTRA. When the Amul was set up, they were getting huge flow of milk, but they didn't have proper technologies and the process to store or convert that into a usable product. There was a huge wastage of milk. So that problem was taken seriously by CFTRA and they developed a spray drying technology to store and also to enhance the value addition to the milk powder. They developed a buffalo milk spray dried powder which had a nutrient composition almost equal to the baby foods. Until then, India was importing baby foods from abroad, especially from USA, because we didn't have facilities or nor the technologies. And all those were commercial technologies, the countries were not ready to share with us. So they worked for 5-6 months, the whole team of 150 members. They worked together for 5-6 months to get a stabilized spray dried milk powder. Now it's whatever product you take, it will have some percentage of milk powder in it. It acts as a great emulsifier also. That is one of their major technology. Apart from that, they have many innovative technology. Almost 350 plus technologies have been transferred to 3,000 plus industries since 75 years. They have beverage technologies. In the market nowadays, you're seeing sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice without any preservation techniques could be stored only for 1 or 2 days. But with a proper bottling procedure, we can store that up to 3 to 4 months. Those kinds of technologies or the innovations are being done by CFTRA. Okay, as the title says, innovation. When it comes to innovation, we have a huge confusion between discoveries, invention, and innovation. We can differentiate what could be invention and what could be innovation. So, invention is a novel product, device, or process or a concept, and innovation is improvisation of the already available technologies. So nowadays, there is very difficult to invent things because whatever ideas you get, it will already be in the market in any part of the world. So the more opportunities are there for the innovation, that is improvisation of the current available technologies. Yes, So, what excites you the most? Not specifically any general thing, what are you excited about? I can see by faces, most of you are not excited by the lecture. Yes, what you guys are excited about? What? Yeah, you can speak. Traveling, yes. Then food. Then playing games, sleeping whole day. So each one will have their own ways of doing things excitingly. So the main spark that is required to innovate things is the excitement. So you will get only interested in things when you are excited about it. If you are bored about something, you cannot carry forward it for a longer time or not even to a short term. So in the areas of entrepreneurship, you need to have a constant interest. Along with that, you need to have a background knowledge or the technical skills that is required. So, how many of you want to be entrepreneurs in future? One, okay. Two. So, if you have an idea of becoming entrepreneurs, or when you're free, usually you'll get some ideas. Or whenever you encounter any problem, you might have thought, okay, if I had this problem could have been solved. So that's where the spark for the entrepreneurship begins. So these are the few things where most of the people are excited about: the rainbows, the waterfalls, the aurora, or the thunder, volcanoes, or the beach. So why people are excited about these things? Are any of you guys are excited about rainbows? When the rainbow comes, usually you go out, you see, you take pictures, you snap, right? No. Yes. Why? What makes you exciting about rainbows? Or if you capture an video of thundering, you'll be excited to post it, right? So why? Why do you feel excited? Yes, the beauty of it, the uniqueness, and there is a science behind that which is unknown to most of the people. So, what is the science behind the rainbows? Any physicists here? Physics? You guys are from which department? Biotechnology. Okay. Then, what's the science behind thunders? What? Yeah, the charge or the electrostatic charges. So these unique things will keep people excited. So if you want your product to be in the market for a long term, people should be excited about it. Even if when you go to a supermarket, even the nearby Spar, if you go, you will find at least 200 plus food products or any normal cosmetic products or any daily use product. If you see any new product in that section, you'll be excited to look at it, check what all is there and how it will be useful, right? Can you name any few products which you have encountered and you felt that it's innovative or excited about it to try? When 7 years ago, when I was studying, I observed a new product called pizza biscuits. I used to love pizza too much. I worked on pizza for 6 months, so I used to love pizzas. But it's very hard to finish single pizza by one person. And if you want to take any company, they might choose different flavor, and you want a different flavor. It won't go along. So the size is quite huge. So when I saw pizza biscuit, I was excited to try it. There were 5 to 6 flavors on that. I bought all 5 to 6. I ate all the products. I was satisfied. So that was the kind of innovation that I was excited about in the being a food technologist. So even you guys might have come across any such kind of products in your life which might have excited you. So in the areas of entrepreneurship, you should be the creators of those kind of excited, which makes people excited about your product. So yes, as I told, knowing the reason behind those things will make people excited about it. Next. Yes, when it comes in the field of innovations, in the field of science, you cannot blindly do or you cannot blindly invent anything without having a basic knowledge about that particular sector. So for that, you need basics of science. So here we will encounter different terms like science, technology, and engineering. So what is science? There's a standard definition which Chat GPT gave me, so it won't help you in any ways. I know that. So according to you, what might be science? All of you are science students, right? So why you chose science, or what perspective do you have about science? Half of you might have chosen science because you hated mathematics, right? I'm one among that. I didn't like mathematics, so that time I wanted to pursue science. So science is just the facts, knowing the reason or understanding why it is happening, or what is the reason behind that. So that's the science. And next we have the term called, these are the key aspects of science. If you want to understand science, you need to observe it. Most of the things you can easily understand just by observing it. You don't have to even learn about it. If you observe a particular phenomena for 2 to 3 times, you will understand. Like how you mug up for your exams. If you read it 2 to 3 times, you will understand. You can know what exactly is that. So that kind of things, you need to have observation aspects to understand the science. And then the experimentation. When it comes to science, practicals, most of the students, they love practicals rather than the theory. Is it? Why? Because you get to experience it. You do in your hands. You might have analyzed any parameters, or you might have estimated any component. So that gives you a feeling of doing something in your own hands. So that experimentation part. And analysis. After experimentation, you need to analyze why this is the result for this particular compound, and why it's not coming in the other compound or among the available samples. Then with that analysis, you can predict. Uh, Most of in your plus two, you'll be having analysis of salts, the common salts. So when you experiment, you can predict whether it is a salt or a non-salt, or if it's a salt, what kind of salt. So those are the things you need to observe to have a basic knowledge about science. So in innovating things, you need to have idea about the basic science of that particular area. Next, nowadays to become an entrepreneur, most of things are automated. There is no any manual or labor-oriented procedures. Most of things you can just do with machineries. For that, you need to have a idea about the engineering aspects. Again, there is a standard definition for engineering, or as per you, what might be engineering? Well, if you're sleepy, what might be engineering? You might have heard civil engineers, mechanical engineers. So engineering is designing something, or setting a proper structure for anything to happen in a standard way. So in case if we take food aspects, we need to concentrate more on the engineering aspects, in handling the machineries, in designing the machineries, or in case of analysis to develop instruments, you need to have an idea about the engineering aspects. Or to handle or to run any things, you need to have a idea about the engineering. Most of you might have used spectrometers in your laboratories. So what is the science and technology behind that? On what principle does a spec work? Light, the wavelength, and the lenses they use, and the path differences. Those, in that case, the engineering comes into picture. You need to know what kind of lamp you have to use for estimate what kind of compounds, or what kind of instruments, or what kind of protocols you need to use to estimate things. In case of engineering, you have to observe the problem solving skills. Most of the engineering innovations comes into picture when there is a problem. So they mainly work in solving the problems. There is no much inventions in engineering. There's more of innovations in engineering. If you just take civil fields, 10, 15 years back, they used to mix the cement, sand, and then they used to put the molds. But now we have the inbuilt vehicles which will premix, which will which does the job in half a time than the previous process. So that's the innovations in engineering. It's not an invention, it's innovation. If we take in the academics field, when I was doing a master's, if I have to write assignment, I have to go to Google, check, and then compile everything, form my own words, give headings, then keep a flow of all the topics, and then write a conclusion. But now, just with 2 minutes, you can finish your assignments. We have ChatGPT, so that's a innovation. But before we had invention, Google was a invention. The database or the search engine, that was a invention. Currently, all the AI technologies, those are the innovations which does the job in just few seconds. Even this PPT I did in just 1 hour. I reached Mangalore in morning 4:30. I couldn't prepare the PPT yesterday, so I didn't have time. In just morning, I used ChatGPT to give a out brief of things, and I just changed according to the audience requirement. So that's the kind of innovations that currently people are using, and those kind of innovations will have a great impact in the market, and they're also huge of a commercial value. And all these innovations will not come in just 1 or 2 months. This, if you take this ChatGPT or the Meta AI, they were working from almost 19 years, and this is the output they've got. That's the kind of innovation which will give you a more of a societal impact and also the commercial impact. Next. So then technology is a combination of all these aspects, the science, the engineering aspects. If we combine both, then we'll get output as a technology. As I told, safety area has a 300 plus technologies. That is the outcome of the science R&D work they do, and the engineering aspects they implement it. So technologies is the output of science and engineering. It connects the R&D work and the customer's requirement. So what is the mother of innovation? Yes. Answer there. No. Yes, necessity is the mother of innovation. So without there is a need, we don't usually think of solving that problem. If you take the same example, the ChatGPT, there was a huge need for that. So the necessity was fulfilled by the AI people. So necessity is the mother of all the innovations. So even your daily life also will be coming across many necessities. So you will invent or innovate things to solve those necessities or the problems. So can you list any general problems which you're facing in your day-to-day life? Any problems? Yes, in preparation of foods. Most of you might be staying in hostel or PGs, and few of you might be preparing your own food. When you're in home, the kind of food that's prepared is different. When you're staying alone, the kind of food you prepare is the different. But still, there's a huge necessity for the homemade foods or the nutritious food. So that has been solved by many of the industries currently, the oats or the quick, ready to eat, ready to serve, ready to consume products. Says necessity is the mother of innovations. Next. Yes, these are the types of necessities. And one good example of a necessity is the requirement of milk throughout Karnataka might be. And there was only need for the milk, but why there is a huge varieties of milk? I'm sure most of you might have been the customers of any of one of the products. So necessity might be a basic need for one person, but another person it might be a comfortableness. For one more person it might be a luxury. So necessity are of different types as it's mentioned there. So if you want to be a successful entrepreneur or you want to have a products which can reach all categories in the market, you need to think of all kinds of customers. Might be the poor people, the middle class, the upper middle class, and also the luxury people. I am sure in Karnataka, even the poor man can afford a blue packet of Nandini and the same brand, the luxury model, if you want, they'll go for the Samruddhi milk or the Tetra Pak milk. So there is a huge price variation. And what might be the major difference in all these products? Food technologies. What's the difference in among these products? All are milk only, right? But there's a huge variety. The fat content. The fat is the costliest thing in the milk. It has a huge nutritional value and also the beneficial value. So, and in cow milk, there's a different percentage of fat. In buffalo milk, there's a different percentage of fat. And the kid might need a different percentage of fat. Adults might need a different percentage. The old people might need a different percentage of fat in his daily life. So, according to the customer's requirement, they have designed varieties of products which will fulfill all the needs in the customer section. So, that's the kind of product or technology that you should think of to be an entrepreneur, to be a successful entrepreneur. With just one product, you can also play in the market. If you take Parle, the 70% of their global revenue is just by one product, which is that Parle. Yeah, the Parle G biscuit. Even though it's a huge MNC brand, 70% of their revenue worldwide is generated by just one product, that is the cheapest available in the market. It is compatible for even animals. Most of them they use as a dog feed too. So even though they are playing too well in the market with just one product, and these people are doing very well in the market with a variety of the products. So based on your ideas and based on the audience, you need to design a variety of products, or even you can play with a single product. Yes, when it comes to producing any product or developing any technology, we cannot just keep commercial aspects or the money aspects in mind. Because if you go back 10 years ago, until then, whichever products were coming into the market, they had just commercial intentions. But that has spoiled the environment to a great extent. So now, from past 10, 15 years, the government is taking very initiatives and also many regulations to cut down the harmful effects of the novel or the innovative products. So to that, the UN recently released the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and the survey says that in a year, if 10 entrepreneurship come into the market, only 13 of them will survive for the second year. The other 87 will not sustain in the market. So that is due to their unsustainability in the market. So if you want to develop a product, you have to think of at least 4 to 5 of these sustainable development goals. And also now they're providing subsidies and huge funding if you're having any of these SDGs in your objectives. Now, even the current seminar has two SDGs in that. Did you observe in the poster? Yes, what was the two SDGs? One was quality education and one was health and wellness of the society. So all these things you should consider in a mind while you're developing anything or when you're thinking about being an entrepreneur. I can give one good example. We had one PhD student by name Anudeep. He was in his fourth year of PhD. He was working in bioplastics. He was successful in developing a replacement for a plastic handbags, which can sustain almost 5 kgs of weight. And he discontinued his PhD in the fourth year. He didn't go for the publication or he didn't go for the doctoral degree. He took fund from the government. He got a huge fund, almost 5.5 crores he got from central government with his idea, and he left PhD. He started a small scale industry called Dhriti Biosolutions, which manufactures the bioplastics. It's been almost 4 or 5 years. Now his business is worth almost 25 crores. He has set up 3 industries which manufactures various grades of bioplastics. So he joined PhD to do some research or the innovation, but then he pointed out that there is a huge commercial value for that. So he left PhD, started his own industry, and he's earning a lot of money with his idea. So keeping in that aspect, recently the government also launched a scheme called Innov PhD, where you can convert your PhD work into commercial value. You can get it patented with a government fund, and whatever the commercial value you get, that will be in your hands whole. So you have to think of these sustainable development goals while considering of any entrepreneurship or developing any products. Next. Yes, then as we told, necessity is the mother of innovation. The necessity comes into picture when there is a challenge or when there is a problem and when there is a need for that. And currently the population is around 8.2 billion, and in coming years it might reach 9 billion people. And the amount of food that we need to fulfill their stomach is very huge with the current production. Not only the food aspects, even the medicines or even the clothing, the cosmetics, the daily needs, there is a huge demand for the growing population. So there's a huge space for entrepreneurship, and already there are big players who have a monopoly in the few sectors, but there's a huge scope to get into those markets and play with the MNCs. And one good such example is the local brand Bindu Zira. You might have consumed it. Cola with infused of Jira flavor. Even though there is a huge big players in that particular sector, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Thumbs Up, they're all a similar drink. Still, they are doing very well in the domestic market because of their uniqueness or their quality that they're providing, the supply chain they're having. So even though there's a huge competition, you can get into that market, you can play, you can tackle the big players with a proper planning of the product. Even 2 years ago, the HUL, the Hindustan Unilever Limited, they tried to acquire the Bindu Jira, but he didn't give up. He didn't sell his company to him. He's still running his own brand. So that's the kind of entrepreneurs we want in today's generation. And also, we should not give monopoly to any of the MNCs or the foreign companies. We should have our own brands and we should reach our brands. The similar one, Reliance Industries, they recently entered a beverage market. There is a brand called Champa, you might have heard. It was a Rajasthan based brand. It's there still 15 years, but they were not able to enter into the the nationwide market. So Reliance acquired it, and now they're manufacturing that in a large scale, and also they're supplying to the nook and corner of the India. So that's the challenge you have. You can find solutions to it through your innovations. And the main source for the food products is agriculture, or the products which is obtained from farming. So if you ask me, now I'm doing my PhD, but after completion, if you ask what's my plans, I want to do farming. I don't want to get into the corporate world, or don't want into the commercial aspects. I love farming because every day I'll be analyzing the commercial, the products or the ingredients. I see thousands of pesticides in that, and out of that, more than 30% will be carcinogens. They are affecting the human health in a very bad way, and people are not aware of that. In the next 40 years, if you're having a cancer, 90% of the chances will be through your diet or through the food. And the main source for the entry of the pesticides or the carcinogens is through agriculture. So there's a huge demand for organic farming or farming in a natural way. You can see if you say any news channel or if you type farmer in Google, you will get all the old people with lean muscles or with hands in their head or with a loss. So that's all the commercial part. But there are a few farmers who are earning crores together in just 1 month. There is this local brand called Organic Mandia. They manufacture organic products in the local farming areas, and they export and also they sell in Karnataka and also in the neighboring states. So they have opened almost 18 outlets throughout Karnataka and Andhra. So they are doing really well in the market. And the guy who started that was in the corporate field. He owned a IT-based company in California, but he also saw the situations of Indian farmers. He sold his IT company in California. He came back to India. He bought a huge land. He started practicing organic farming, and now his daily revenue is more than half a crore. Every day is selling products more than 50 lakhs. But he struggled for 10 years, but now he is getting his outcome. So all these entrepreneurships are like the bamboo. It will take 5 years to germ, but once it germs within 1 2 years, you can get all the investments which you have done in 4 5 years. So these are the components which you need to develop sustainable farming and organic farming methods. And these are the post-harvest treatments. After the products are grown, it has to reach the customers in the same way or in the same state without any adulterations or without any pesticide infusions. For that, you need to build smart logistics and technologies to track. And now we recently received a 2 crore fund from central government to develop smart tracking technologies to track a product. We'll take example of ice cream. Ice cream will be chilled at minus 40 degrees, but by the time it reaches you, it might have come to 4 degrees. So there is a huge change in the texture. And sometimes you might even get ice creams which will be in the liquid form or a semi-liquid form. So that is due to the improper logistics things, and that could be monitored using the smart packaging. There is a bio indicators, so that will be on the ice cream pack. Once you reaches, if it has turned red, that means the ice cream is not safe for consumption. It has gone through a higher temperature which is not required for its good quality. So those kind of things, there's a huge demand for innovations, and most of the institutes, they're working on developing smart packaging, smart tracking technologies. Okay. So these are the trends that is currently prevailing in the market, which has to be fulfilled through innovations. As you can see, if you take an example of a potato, if it's sold just as a potato, it may be hardly you may earn 10 to 12 rupees per kg. But if you properly scrape it and do into slices and pack and then sell, its price will be almost tripled. And if you are able to make any product and keep track on it and directly sell to the customers, you can even earn 5x the original price. So you have to build smart technologies to innovate, or you can even innovate the technologies which will assist in logistics of these products. These are the continuation of the agricultural technologies, which there is a huge demand in the market because food is a necessity. You can live without cosmetics, few people, but without food, it is very hard to live. So there is a huge demand in the upcoming days. These are the areas where there's a gap to be fulfilled by entrepreneurs through unique innovations. You can develop processes, and you can develop uh, companies which provide technical support. Now, one good example you can take is Blinkit, Zepto, or even the Swiggy, Instamart, or the Zomato groceries. Within 10 minutes, you will get the products delivered to your place. You don't have to travel, you don't have to bill, you don't have to wait, you don't have to select. So that's all the tech support that's getting into the agricultural field, and they're doing really well in the market. Blinkit just they completed 10,000 crores turnover in just 1.5 years. That's a huge money for a startup. So those are the innovations that is required for commercial and also for to meet the customer requirements. And these are the things you need to consider to digitalize the agriculture. Only the India is very backward in agriculture. If you take European, Austria countries, they are all very well forward in the agricultural aspects. They have huge profit, and also they have advanced technologies to tackle the agricultural products. So, but India is lagging in that, and you can think of developing any products. Recently, we had a agri-tech exhibition in that many unique products were there, where the drone technologies to spray the pesticides, and also the real-time monitoring of the moisture level of the soil, the real-time monitoring of the ripeness of the fruit and vegetables. These are the areas which you can work on. Yes, and these are the challenges and the issues which has to be solved through innovations. And this, especially the food field, it's a multidisciplinary field. You need all aspects of science, technology, and also engineering to develop the food products. These are the things. And the R&D work is separate, but when it comes to implementation or getting that product into a market, you will face a lot of challenges. To develop a product at a small scale in lab is very easy, but to get it commercialized, to produce at huge quantities and to maintain a uniform quality, it is very difficult. So that has to be taken care, and these are the infrastructures which has a great need in the current market, which could be fulfilled. You can build infrastructure, you can build supply chain technologies, you can build storage technologies, post harvest treatments, or easy way to reach the customers at the cheapest price. All these are the areas. And also now the internet of things, or the artificial intelligence and the machine learning, they're all entering into the food aspects. And also there's a huge funding opportunities by the government for AI and ML in the area of food. Recently there was a patented technology developed by the ICAR, where they developed a camera inbuilt with a software where if you just scan the areca nuts, it will show whether it is ripened, whether it is infested by the pest, or whether it requires more moisture content, or it has to require more ripening things. All those things with just one snap, you can get a report of it. And even there are infrared technologies which will tell the protein content or the moisture content in the foods, which you can work in enhancing it until it reaches the customer. So these are the areas where there is a huge demand for innovations in the areas. Yes, that's all about the slides. Now it's open for discussion. I wanted to make it more interactive, but most of you are sleepy. Yes, if you have any questions, you can get, or we can just have some casual talks. I'm sure each one of you might have got one idea at some point of time that, oh, if this was there, it could have been easier, or I can work on developing these things. Any such brainstorming ideas? Or you might be working in lab for some things and you might have find, okay, I can do this, which might do well in the market. Yes. And I'll just share a few of my experiences. My first entrepreneurship was in second year of bachelor's. There we had a language subjects, Kannada and English we had as a language, and there were no textbooks for that. Teachers used to supply materials and it has to be circulated among the students. And I took in charge of the Xerox thing, and the Xerox copies, it used to go off within 2-3 weeks of usage, but we had to store it for 6 months, at least until the exams is over. We have to preserve the materials. So I just thought, why can't I just get it into a book? So I contacted a offset printer. The Xerox copy was around 40 rupees if we just got Xerox stapled and give it to students. I went to offset printers. Almost 150 students were there for the language. I got it printed into a book and I sold it for 70 rupees. I got 20 rupees profit in each book. So I made almost 7,000-8,000 in that. So that's when I felt, okay, there is a easy ways to earn money in that. So since then, I am a huge fan of entrepreneurship. And after that, I encountered many such things. And currently, along with my research work, I have a company called as Bufferize Sustainable Solutions. It works on the food regulatory compliances. Now the government regulations is that if anyone wants to sell food or if anyone wants to deals with food in the market, they have to get a license from FSSAI, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. And that license could be taken through Food Safety Mitras, and you should have a bachelor's degree in food to get as a agent in that. It's just a freelancing thing. So I enrolled it almost 2 years ago. Till now, I have completed around 40 plus license and registrations, and I've earned almost 700, 800 profit in one licensing, such that I've done 40, 50. I also provide technical support to those startups. Many of the students, they come for me for their project ideas, or if they have anything in mind and they want any scientific support, they come to me. So those kind of things I am doing in a freelancing, and most of you are will be very good at any one thing you can do. It might be in any technical part, or in any internet part, or in marketing. There's a huge demand for social media marketing, which you can earn just with one click. So those are the small entrepreneurship ideas which you can follow when you're studying, because with studying and managing company is very difficult. So when you're students, you can get a side income through these kinds of small entrepreneurship things. Yes, any questions? And now I'm just working on two beverages. Now it's a summer, there's a huge demand for juices. I'm sure making juice is very easy. So you can just buy fruits, make juice in home, get a nice packaging for it, give it to your campus chill or the canteen with minimum price, and you can even make income for your expenses with just 1 hour work each day. You can make some bucks for your expenses. So those are the small entrepreneurship ideas which you can think of, and there'll be many problems in and around you. You can work, you can find solutions and make good amount of money with entrepreneurship. Ultimately, money is the main thing everyone wants by doing business. So you can keep the commercial aspects and problem solving to the society. These things will have a good impact in getting a good companies or good products into the market.
Sir, there's a small question. Like
Yes.
at college level, how can we implement this entrepreneurship or ideas related to that?
Yes, if you take example of the same college, when I was in third sem, there was a farewell for the students, and there was a shortage of some snacks. So we got instructions to prepare juice in the facility which we had in the department. So we prepared almost 300 plus cups of juice, and we supplied to the that farewell event, and we got almost 5.5 thousand in that were divided among the students who worked on that. So with the available facilities, or you can even officially approach your directors or the deans to use the available facilities. The Food Science and Technology Department has a good pilot plant facilities which you can manufacture products at a pilot scale, which can fulfill needs of at least 300, 400 people. So you can use the facilities, or nowadays you will get small machineries at a very reasonable price. You can buy it in your home. And as I told, I did my project on pizza when I was in my second or third sem. I bought a oven for 4,000. I used to do pizzas and supply. There was a Kadya Sangam event which happened way back in 29 or 19. There I had a stall which sold pizzas, and there was one more, my classmate, who sold muffins and other bakery products. It was just 5,000 investment. We made almost 12, 13,000 in a day. So almost double that. These are small kind of things. Or you can just buy a oven, bake small products. You can take orders. I'm sure there's a huge demand for cakes among your classmates for birthdays or any celebration. Cake making is too easy. You just need 4 ingredients and two to three YouTube videos. You can learn easily how to make the bakery products or the beverages. Those kind of things you can work on when you're in college. Just 1 hour of your investment can fetch you your pocket money. Any such things any of you have done which may give you some bucks? Any entrepreneurs? Yes. For? Okay. Yeah, okay. There are 3 categories of licensing that is required to launch a food product to the market. One is a central licensing. If you want to export your product to other state or even other country, you have to get central licensing. It will cost you 5,000 rupees per annum and few regular audits and source of your water as a testing thing. And the second kind is a state license. If you want to sell your products outside of your district, you have to get a state licensing. It will cost you 2.5 thousand per year. And one more is the registration thing. It will cost you only 100 rupees per year. That's for the small vendors like coffee sellers, tea sellers, or the snacks, like what I told, biscuit, beverages. If your annual turnover is less than 12 lakhs per annum, you can just pay 100 rupees to the FSSI. They will give you a 14-digit license number that you have to print on your product, and then you can sell in the market legally. You won't be audited by any of the authorities for regulatory compliance. So these are the things which you need to sell a food products. Like that only for other products also there'll be minimum regulatory requirements which you can get it done by yourself itself. Yes. Any other things you want to discuss, talk, or ask? How was the session? Was boring? Hmm? Anything you guys want to ask, discuss? Okay, then. Thank you. I thank the department for providing me the opportunity on the entrepreneurship cell for this work.
As we come to the close of this insightful workshop, it's my privilege to extend a heartfelt gratitude. First and foremost, I would extend my sincere gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Mr. Bharath, for his engaging and thought-provoking session. I request Ms. Jovita Carol Soons to hand over a token of gratitude to the speaker. I am thankful to Dr. Ishwar Bhatt, Director of Xavier Block, for his presence and support. A big thank you to the Entrepreneurship Cell for their vision and dedication in organizing the workshop. A special mention to Ms. Jovita, the convener of this program, for her outstanding leadership and meticulous planning. Special thanks to Mr. Kiran Vati. A big thank you to the audience for your active participation. With this, we formally conclude today's workshop. May the insights gained here empower you to embrace new opportunities. Have a good day. Thank you.